Donald Trump held a rally last night in Alabama, and we already covered a bit of it, specifically where the crowd boos Trump, where Trump got booed by his most loyal supporters. But that wasn't even the only crazy moment of this rally. There was another moment where prominent, very conservative, pro-Trump congressman from Alabama, Mo Brooks, got loudly and viciously booed and attacked by the crowd, all because he wouldn't toe the Trump lie line 100%.
There are some people who are despondent about the voter fraud and election theft in 2020. Folks, put that behind you. Put that behind you. Yes. Look forward. Look forward. Look forward. Beat them in 2022. Beat them in 2024. All right. Well, look back at it, but go forward and take advantage of it.
Listen to that. That is one of the Trumpiest guys in Congress. Back January 6th, absolutely MAGA till the end, Mo Brooks getting viciously booed by the crowd, attacked, harangued, heckled, whatever, by the Trump crowd, all because he simply said they should move on from 2020. He didn't even call it a lie. He's not being like myself or even like moderate Republicans like Cheney and Romney and Kinzinger, who are saying we lost in 2020, so if we want to survive as a party, we need to move forward. All Mo Brooks was saying is that, yeah, we're right about 2020 not being fair to Trump, but we can't keep wallowing in it. We need to move forward. And they snapped at him. And you can see how afraid he is, how shocked he is, how, cringy it is to watch him sort of lean back to that and say, okay, fine, don't forget 2020, don't move on from 2020, but harness that anger into 2022 and in 2024. And you can see what Mo Brooks is trying to do. He's trying to say to people, look, we want to win again. We want to win in 2022 and 2024, and one of the biggest barriers is that people think we're nut jobs, that independent voters and Republicans that have recently started to vote Democrat because they're not sold on Trump think our party is absolutely full of lunatics because we're spreading conspiracies about an election that happened nearly a year ago. And if we want to win, whether or not we actually believe the conspiracies, we need to shelve them and look forward. And he's probably right. I'm not a defender of Mo Brooks. He's an absolute scumbag. But what I will say is tactically, he's correct. The Republicans will lose, or are more likely to lose, if they sound like whiny babies into 2022 and into 2024. And they still attacked him. Again, this guy is part of the cult. It's coming from in the cult, much like with Trump telling people to get the vaccines. And the cult has said, look, we love our Trump congresspeople. We love Trump, but we're more devoted to the lies and fantasies and delusions because they give us more comfort than Trump or Mo Brooks ever could. And this, even though Mo Brooks is tactically correct about what's good for the Republican Party, likely just ended his political career. Because Mo Brooks is a congressman in a very safe Republican part of the country, Alabama, and he wants to run for Senate. Also a very safe Senate seat. Guaranteed to be a senator pretty much if he wins the nomination. And now he's basically outed himself as not being full MAGA because somehow he doesn't want to talk about the lies anymore. And you can look on conservative social media. They're basically calling this guy a traitor, basically saying that he's no different than Cheney and Romney and all these types, all because for 1 second he wanted to distance himself from the lie. Again, whether it's Trump or whether it's the Trump congressman, they're starting to realize that they created a monster and they don't even really control it anymore.